Thank you.
You're welcome. You mind if I call you Dalia?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
This is Dalia Dippolito, suspected of the solicitation of murder. She has hired a hitman to kill her husband, Mike Dippolito. Unfortunately for her, the hitman was an undercover cop who has been secretly filming their conversations and gathering evidence to prove her guilt. However, despite having been shown evidence of her crime, she has yet to confess her guilt. Now, the interrogator's task is to elicit a confession or at the very least, gather more evidence to prove her guilty in court.
Alright. Do you understand what happened today? What's going on here?
A little.
Okay.
Now, slowly, I'm understanding a little bit better.
What's your understanding?
I was told one thing, and now it's like slowly, like all these things are. I don't really know what happened.
She remains adamant that she did no wrong and dismisses what she has been told as false accusations. She is able to lie confidently despite the overwhelming evidence against her.
Do you know that you are arrested today? You're being arrested.
That part I understood.
Okay. Do you know what for?
Not really, no.
You don't know the charge?
No, nobody said anything.
Okay, go ahead and tell her the charge, Alex.
Okay. You're being arrested for soliciting to commit murder. Okay, which that means is you attempted to hire someone to kill somebody else, meaning your husband. Okay? And that's why you're here and that's what you're getting charged with.
Okay, no.
You don't understand, or?
No, I never did that.
Okay, but that's what you're being charged with.
Okay.
And we have plenty of evidence to back it up. Okay? So, with your rights in mind, we want to give you an opportunity to do some soul searching maybe, and maybe get a lot off your chest and tell us the truth. That's what we want to hear.
The interrogator takes a rather passive approach to build rapport between the two parties and hopefully makes Dalia feel comfortable enough to divulge sensitive information. He also appeals to her humanity and hopes that she will confess out of remorse. However, Dalia is a pathological liar and is highly unlikely to tell the truth as she has already conditioned her mind to think that she did not do it.
I mean, this has been worked for a couple of days now. It's not just the first day we're doing this, reference to this case, and we have a lot of information to support our charge. It's just not a quick little thing. So, you know, you're going to know when you're lying to us and all that. We just want to hear the truth. I mean, it's done. It's over with now, you know, and this is your opportunity to tell us the truth. That's all we want to hear, and we know the truth. So, I know it's hard to commit to that, but now's your time, you know. Do you have anything to say about this?
I'm going to talk to my husband.
Okay, well, you can't talk to your husband. He's not here right now. You let him go home. He's taking care of the house and the dogs, so obviously your husband's alive. You saw him, right?
I saw him. I'd like to talk to him.
Okay, and did you see that black officer that was here
I saw
in
him.
handcuffs? Well, he's an officer. Okay, so does it get any clearer than that? I mean, you know, I know it's hard, but
You know, people make mistakes sometimes, you know. The good thing about this whole thing is that nobody got killed, all right? The gentleman that walked in the room, he said it's an officer, all right? This is not the first day we've been working this, all right? It's an ongoing investigation where we have you talking to this guy. We've listened to every conversation you had, all right? So now it's either you know, tell the truth and do the right thing. That's, you know, that's if you want to reach inside you and, you know, but we make mistakes. You know, everybody makes mistakes. A tragedy was prevented today. You could look at it that way, you know. That's simple.
A big tragedy, I mean, someone's life, so. Everything's on tape, Dalia. There's no denying it. You know, everything's on tape, and it's not a bluff, so. All the conversations, and there's some video too, so.
What are you thinking?
That I'd like to make a phone call. I just feel lost. I mean,
Okay, what do you want to call?
I'd like to call my mom.
We'll let you call your mom after this is done.
I mean, I'm not, you know, it just, everyone keeps coming and I'm signing all these things and going over all these things and I don't really know what they're for.
It is a smart move to avoid answering more questions by requesting a phone call. However, the interrogator successfully kept her in the interrogation by asking further questions to distract her from wanting the phone call.
I'm just signing it because everyone's saying, well, you know, if you sign this, I'll help you, or will this, or will that,
I
and...
don't know about that, but the only thing we're concerned about is a rights card, and we went over it twice,
And
so.
the news guy came, and I guess that may have been for the release of the tape earlier. I don't know, because he never came back.
Dalia frequently mumbles and talks at a relatively fast pace, suggesting a sense of anxiety. This is expected considering how her lies have been constantly debunked by the overwhelming evidence and that she can no longer lie her way out.
And I signed something, and I don't really know what it was.
Okay, well...
I mean, I was hysterical, like, when he came, and...
And that's not...
I'm sorry, go ahead, Alex.
And that's understandable, okay? Our main concern right now is the fact of the crime. You know, you gotta understand this, okay? Dalia, listen to me for a second,
I
okay?
didn't do anything.
Listen to me for a second, okay?
The interrogator takes a more confrontational approach now and sits closer to her so as to add more to her anxiety in hopes that she will eventually break and tell the truth.
This is not our first day, okay? It's definitely not our second day, all right? This is an ongoing investigation, all right? Not only do we have your videotape, we have every conversation that you've had leading to this point, all right? So for you to sit here and deny that you haven't done anything, it's not going to help, all right? Because we know the whole story from the beginning to the end to this point that we're right here right now, all right? Every little thing that you've done since this started, we've been involved in it. Do you understand that?
I understand what you guys are saying,
Okay.
and I'm not trying to
Well, I'm just...
undermine you or...
No,
anything
and
like that.
I'm not making, I mean, I'm just telling you the truth. That's the truth.
I just want to
all
go
right?
home.
Well, unfortunately, you're not going home, okay? You're looking at some serious charges here. Do you understand that you made the attempt to hire somebody to kill your husband? That's how serious this is. Okay, you can sit here and shake your head and deny it, but I'm going to tell you right now, all right, when the jury and the judge sees that videotape of you having this conversation, making a deal, all right, that's how far you went, all right? It's not about denying it wasn't me, I didn't do anything, because the video, the audio, it's not going to lie, all right, and all the evidence that we have collected throughout this investigation.
You sound like a fool right now denying this, because, like my partner just said, everything's on tape, video and audio.
I just want to go home.
I know, but you're not going home, you see? You're being arrested, so you're not going home.
So what do I have to do to go home? I'd like to go home.
I know, but you can't, it's impossible. You're going to the Palm Beach County Jail after this. You can't go home. You're being arrested. This is not a game. In your mind, it might be a little game, but this is very, very serious. Murder? Are you kidding me? Try to have someone.
The interrogators are unable to force a confession out of her in the end. Dalia is unwilling to admit to her crimes and continues to lie her way out. Eventually, this case will be brought to court where Dalia is eventually convicted of soliciting a first-degree murder and is sentenced to 16 years imprisonment. If you are interested in more videos of interrogations, do subscribe to my channel and check out my other works. Thank you.